to Director Jocelyn Andaya, to Sir Mark Bercando, to Ma'am Jonah Valdez, to the Department of Education, Bureau of Curriculum Development family, of course, to all our dear counselors, dear teachers, and of course, career advocates. Isang makabatang araw po sa inyong lahat. And we are very thankful on behalf of our team from the Heads Up PH of the Unila Foundation, of course, our Executive Director, Ma'am Lilibet Aristorenas. Isa pong karangalan po na makapartner po namin kayo through this National Orientation on Career Guidance Program. And I'll be sharing my slide. And kami po ang Unila Foundation at kami po ay may goal towards a healthier and future-ready Philippines. And we partnered with the Department of Education, Bureau of Curriculum Development through our advocacy for career development and career guidance area, because we all believe that career is definitely one of the major chunks of well-being. And ako po si Dr. Sheikh Hocson from the Unilab Foundation. At ang ating pong Unilab Foundation Incorporated, it is a Philippine registered non-profit organization that was established in 2011, which is part of the United Laboratories Incorporated. At ito po ay nag-a-address ng quality health care gaps in target communities, and of course in 2020 with the belief that health and well-being is holistic. Kasama po dyan ang physical, mental, emotional, career, and of course our spiritual development. Ang Unila Foundation po ay nag-embark into a 5-year strategy to the dynamic leadership of our Executive Director, Elizabeth Aristorenas. At meron po kaming tinatawag na statement of purpose, and ito po ay to create an enabling environment for inclusive development through social innovation and of course evidence-based and impactful program that will improve the mental health and of course the well-being of the Filipinos. At meron po kami mga programa like the STEM PH, wherein we nurture the integrated STEM learners, innovators, and workforce, wherein we advocate for STEM education. Number 2, ito po yung aking hawak na programa, which is the Heads Up PH, wherein our focus is to improve the mental health and well-being of the young Filipinos. And part of that is the career development of the young Filipinos. Number 3, we also advocate for the power of the youth through youth engagement. And of course, I'm also handling the project inclusion, okay, as one of the consultants for disability and inclusion. Of course, the positive youth development and system for STEM and youth programs. And our major objective is to build organizational capacity to deliver impactful programs, not only to the schools, but also to the community. And our values is integrity, excellence, innovation, compassion, and of course, ang ating pong bayanihan. Kaya po nandito kami at nakikipagtulungan sa ating Department of Education. And of course, we also advocate with the pillars of well-being, together with the emotional, social, financial, physical, spiritual, and of course, one of that also is career development that can also make or break the life of our students and learners. And of course, this is also aligned with the American School Counselors Association, or what they call the ASCA National Model, wherein we always believe that one of the domains is also what they call career development, aside from the academic, personal, social, and of course, emotional development. And together with the Department of Education, we explored in this partnership no? And that is Ma'am Jonna and our team from the Heads Up PH Unilab Foundation. And of course, we will insert Sir Mark Bercando, who also explored this partnership, of course, through the approval of Director Andaya. And of course, because of that partnership, we also had what they call the webinar and training on the tracking of career development of learners, portfolio assessment last March 17. And we also have some partnership also with BCD for other programs as well with the Hinila Foundation, like in the homeroom guidance, wherein we also share the positive education module that was also embraced now by the DepEd. Of course, also our suicide prevention manual, and of course, our upcoming also assessment, the mental health screening. And of course, we also had this successful training that we had for career development, wherein it was participated by the teachers, the counselors, and counseling advocates all over the country. And of course, our collaboration, the DepEd BCD and Heads Up PH Manila Foundation, is definitely bounded by professional humility, multidisciplinary approach. So psychologists, counselors, teachers are really advocating for the holistic well-being. And of course, this is also a multi-sectoral approach. We are coming from the the foundation, and I'm also coming from the private, collaborating also with our government. And this is also all systems level approach. It is all for the Filipinos, the parents, the counselors, the teachers, and of course the learners. And of course, we are all for the career development. And of course, this is also one of the prerequisites for what they call holistic psychological well-being of the youth for their successful development and in order for them to also contribute to nation building. And these are some of the programs that we have with the Unila Foundation, wherein we have what they call the positive education module that is now being integrated into the homeroom guidance of the Department of Education. We also have the peer facilitation program in collaboration with the PGCA, our training for registered counselors and homeroom teachers and advisors, of course, access to mental health learning materials, and of course, these career guidance interventions through career area, and of course, our mental health assessment. And later, we'll be adding more of that. And as we focus on this career area, our rationale together with the DepEd and the Unila Foundation is that it is all for the welfare and holistic well-being of our digital youth, wherein career is definitely a big part of their holistic development. And we are also for the career development and of course, well-being of every youth. And we also believe that there are two major decisions in life that we have to make. And I got it from my high school counselor that one is definitely to choose the program in your life that can really guide you in your profession. And of course, number two is also to get a partner in life. No, but of course, it's a choice also, okay, that can make or break the life of every youth, okay, and every Filipino. And also in the study of Creed et al., we also believe that career decision making is a complex process, and deciding on a career is one of the most important aspects of an individual's development and of course happiness, and of course true happiness. And the consequence is that if you are not really having a good career development through also the tools that we have, the evidence-based tools like career portfolio and a lot of decision-making process and planning, this can definitely what? It can definitely give us a career decision-making difficulty throughout even our college years. and it continues throughout the lifespan. Okay? And this is coming from the evidence-based study of Hartung, Profelli, and Bondrasek. And why there are people who are not in the right career? Of course, there's also coming from some studies about the lack of purpose, lack of meaning, especially in these times of pandemic. We are not clear on what we want in our strand, in our programs in college, or even our career in the future. We don't have career goals because of these disruptions and VUCA world that we are facing. And we are not clear also with what we want to accomplish because we are not even aware of our strengths and weaknesses, and even our skills, our talents, and of course, our attributes. And of course, lack of self knowledge. Okay. So, not clear about our interests, our skills, our needs, our values. That can also give us a negative output that we are easily swayed by the careers that have made other people successful, especially those we follow, no, some influencers that we follow in our social media, no, and even in the different platforms now online. And of course, also lack of tools or instruments. That's why I will also be implicating the use of the career portfolio and other tools in order for us to have the career, the right career process and development. Of course, through also the guidance of our counselors, our dear teachers, and of course through the support of the parents. And lack of tools or instruments can also what? It can also affect, no? If we don't have the tools and the evidence-based instruments, then definitely it will not be a systematic, no, career development process and planning, and the output can definitely lead to failure. And of course, lack of motivation, because there are some instances that us and of course the youth, they may not have the inner drive to start or to keep it up. So some tendencies like examples of laziness, and of course the bahala na system. Okay. And of course, lack of time, lack of preparation of time, and of course also lack of some career counselors that can really support you, okay, and guide you on your career development through facilitation. And this lack of time can also contribute to the motivation. Maybe there, but they tend to procrastinate and keep putting off for tomorrow what they can do today. So somewhat we are always in a rush. No, we just make decision when it's already application for grades 11 or 12, or even programs in college, or if you want to go for middle level development. And the implications is a good partnership with Department of Education and the heads of PH Nila Foundation. So we collaborated also, aside from some of the activities that we did before, we also collaborated in the Sustainable Career Series videos. And there are 4 modules for this, and one of that is the parents' role in learners' career development process, wherein we involve the parents, especially in this new normal and pandemic situation, wherein they are really with the guidance, no, full guidance of the parents because of the online learning, through the support, of course, of our teachers and counselors and counseling advocates. And of course, number 2, we will also introduce what career portfolio is all about and steps on how to make a career portfolio in the videos that we really enjoyed doing together with Sir Mark, together also with the guidance of Ma'am Joanna, and of course our dear counselors and career advocates and teachers from one of the regions in the country. Of course, this is headed by Ma'am Melanie. And of course, how to help students use the portfolio for career decision making. And it's really high time that we use career portfolio as one of the evidence-based tools in order for us to be happy with our career decision making. So in the number 1 career development process video, or the career series 1, You will be taught on having self-awareness, and you will also be teaching the parents about it. Okay, so that they can also know the strengths, no, and the weaknesses, no, especially of their of the students and the learners, so that they can guide them, so that the parents, no, can guide their children into the self-awareness activity. And then of course we will also be teaching them on career exploration. So this is what they call matching of the career tracks, no, based on the strengths of our dear learners. And of course, trimming down of the options based on the matching of the career track to the strengths, no, to the attributes, to the skills. And of course, after that, you will be arriving into a valid, accurate, and timely information together with curricular and extracurricular activities that you can also see in our career portfolio assessment. And of course, number 4, you will also be teaching. We will also be teaching the parents so that they can anchor their children, and of course the teachers, students, so that they can also anchor their children and learners to execute the right career decision by trimming the top 3 options, support with supporting data, hindering factors, and requirements of the track. And of course, number 5, it is now what they call choosing the best career option, and of course executing their career plan. And in the careers area number 2, what is career portfolio together with the parts, no, and we also use Tagalog, no, Taglish in our video, so that it can be snackable and everyone can comprehend, all school stakeholders. And of course, career portfolio is a compilation not only of the academic but together with the extracurricular and real life activities of the learners. It will also serve as an overview of all the things that the learner not learned in the per year level, okay, of the learner and the child. And this will also talk about the personal, the social, the academic, and career outputs. And of course, this will also implicate the tendencies and the competencies that the learner have shown, okay, that can also contribute to their career tendencies and career choices. And of course, this is also used to also see the gaps, the strengths, and at the same time the weaknesses, okay, so that we can implicate some action plans. And of course, in these times of pandemic, the career portfolio will also be used, no, in other words, it is being used as e-career portfolio because it's online. And you can definitely access this also, no, through an online platform for the teachers, for the learners, no, and of course for the parents. And of course, the fifth is that it can also help our learners and of course the child to really guide them on their performance in class. And this could also be a basis to really know the somewhat the competencies and the focus of interest that can guide our learners and our children about the career development process. And then the careers area number 3 will teach you on how to make the career portfolio. Okay. And it will also include the parts. No? So kindly watch out for our video. Okay. And the first step can be on formatting. Okay, of the layout, on the font, on the spacing. Number 2 is to collect some of the data of the learners that will definitely be serving as evidence coming from curriculum and co-curricular activities. Number 3 is to the process of choosing, okay, the learning outcomes based on the outputs. And some of the examples are also the assessment, okay, the results of the assessment like career surveys, no, that will give you the career development outcome. And of course, the results of the other activities of the career uh, homeroom guidance. And of course, number 4 is to understand and evaluate the data, and of course, the implications and effect of this in the personal, social, career, and of course, academic development. And of course, number 5, you have to collect it. Uh, it is a continuous collection. Okay? And of course, at the end of the year, you have to submit this. And there's a deadline. And of course, you can also have it either hard copy or into an online storage. And you can also use this to have a schedule with your guidance counselor for your career counseling through the use of career portfolio. And of course, the parts are also into the video. So kindly watch it. The cover page, all the parts are there. Okay, and what are the needed things that you really need to insert in your career portfolio, which will definitely be relevant in your career planning and decision. And of course, the fourth one, okay, is how to help the learners use the portfolio for career decision making. So in this video, it's really an exciting video from the first to the second to the third, and of course, save the best for last. Wherein there are really parents or legal guardians together with the learners, and of course, the guidance counselor. Okay, guiding the parents and the student to utilize the career portfolio through the right career decision making process for career development. It will also give you the skills to utilize the career portfolio as a part of the process on career decision making for career development. And of course, this will also give you the value to how to utilize career portfolio as a major tool and of course a step for the right career decision making process for a healthy and a right career development. And of course, for Unilab Foundation, we always go for innovation. We always go for collaboration. Okay, so we are very happy with our partnership with Department of Education, and we have a MOA with them for how many years? And of course, we also go for compassion. Okay, so we can definitely feel, okay, and we are compassionate with the needs of our dear youth, of course, our Filipino parents, and of course, our Department of Education. And these are the other programs and projects that we are doing with the Unilab Foundation. So last September 10, we also launched our Race Against Suicide Manual that is all for free. And we are also now into the mental health referral training. Of course, anchored also with the provisions of DepEd. We also go for our online positive education, okay, with Philippine Science High School and DepEd and homeroom guidance of DepEd. Of course, we also have manuals for digital well-being training because we all believe with the digital well-being component, and of course the digital netizenship and the digital, okay, well-being. And of course, we also have a show every Thursday, 3 to 4 p.m. and Saturday, 4 to 5 p.m. I do hope that you can watch it out. It's a collaboration with Unilab Foundation and ABS-CBN, DZMM, and ANC. So Wonder Teacher. So I'm co-hosting Father Tito Kaluwag. And the title is Wonder Teacher for the benefit of the youth, our learners, and of course, our Filipino families. And of course, we also have this Edu Plus positive education program and this Race Against Suicide Manual. And of course, we also go for one also of our favorite advocacy, our online family well-being program. We also have the happiness journey for the companies. And of course, we also have the drive for resiliency playbags for children that we are also donating for the DepEd, okay, for the Department of Education through the DRRMS, because we always believe with the power of play. And we also have what they call the Bayanihan for Well-being, All our programs are vetted by this mental health collaborative that we partnered, and we've made this mental health collaborative. And this is coming from the Philippine Psychiatric Association, our friends also and colleagues from the Psychological Association of the Philippines, Philippine Guidance and Counseling Association, Philippine Pediatric Society, and of course the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry. So we are really on to a multi-sectoral, multidisciplinary, and of course all systems level approach. And of course our advocacy for play, we also made the Philippine Play Coalition. So this is also in collaboration with CWC, World Vision, the Unang Hakbang, Kite, Tukod, and Educa Foundation. And we will also be having the upcoming yearly National Play Week advocacy in November. And for this year, it will be done in Siargao, supported by the municipality of Siargao. And of course, in partnership with the Department of Education and of course Heads of PH Manila Foundation, we are very happy for this partnership and the opportunity to serve all of you. And I do hope that together, let us build mentally healthy Philippines. And of course, together we can. I do hope that we can hold on to each other. Eh? And I do hope that we can be the strength of our dear students, of course, the strength of our school, the family, and of course, our Filipino community. Maraming salamat po sa pagkakataon na magsilbi, and mag-iingat po tayo and enjoy the rest of the orientation. God bless you all.